Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. So it seems as if the power behind the throne, the daddy, Mr. Barry Hearn, has came out and stated, or for those who don't know, Barry Hearn is the father of Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn basically is the president of Matchroom Boxing. Barry Hearn is the chairman of Matchroom Boxing. So he is the true head of Matchroom Boxing. He has been running that promotional outfit long before his son came along. Now, according to Barry Hearn, he states that Anthony Joshua has told he will make a decision within the next 7 to 10 days about who he's going to fight next. And he has 3 options. And these 3 options are his WBA mandatory and Alexander Povetkin, Deontay Wilder, of course, and Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Now, each one of those men have a particular significance, if you will. You got Alexander Povetkin, it will be fulfilling a mandatory. You got Jarrell Big Baby Miller, it will be Anthony Joshua making his American debut. And you have Deontay Wilder, which is the big bag of money for the grand prize, and that's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. So each one of them have their significance. I wonder which one he's going to approach first. Now, it's funny to me because by Barry Hearn stating that Anthony Joshua will make his decision in the next 7 to 10 days, that means basically he has not agreed to Deontay Wilder's offer. Because if that's the case, then we wouldn't be talking about he has 3 opponents. We will be talking about furthering and going to negotiations. So for all of you AJ Nation fans out there, whom I will be seeing very soon on a live stream, trust and believe. Oh yeah, all those little comments y'all putting in my comment section, we're going to see about that. But I will say to all of you AJ Nation fans, y'all keep coming to me talking about AJ said let's roll. He said let's roll. That means he agreed. No, he didn't. According to Barry Hearn, he's still looking to decide who he's going to fight. So he did not agree to the $50 million, ladies and gentlemen. The one strategy that I'm noticing that the Deontay Wilder camp is also starting to take is that they're talking to the bosses, the real bosses, that is. And that is Anthony Joshua, of course, because Anthony Joshua is now at the level where he does not work for a promoter no more. The promoter now works for him. And I have been saying this. But they are going to guys like Anthony Joshua to decide, because clearly him and Eddie Hearn was on 2 separate pages, with Anthony Joshua accepting certain offers in the public and Eddie Hearn shooting them down. So the Wilders camp has went to AJ and say, hey man, we like the way you're talking. It's your career. Let's deal. And then they also decided to go to the head of Sky Sports, the broadcasting network in which Eddie Hearn puts his fights on, and stated that to them, hey, the money is real. So all this talk about if the money is there, if the money ain't there, this, that, and the third, which Eddie Hearn knows deep down that the money is there. But all of this, if the money is there and the money ain't there, they called up Sky Sports head, Mr. Adam Smith. They called Adam Smith, the head of Sky Sports, and assured him that the money is there. Why would Shelly Finkel and Al Heyman or anyone else in Team Wilder put their reputation, name, everything on the line for something that wasn't there? So my thing is, if the Wilder team is going to the bosses and trying to go to the ones that are really, who can put pressure in certain areas to make this fight, assuring them that the money is there, well, then the money should possibly be there. According to Barry Hearn, he's stating that, well, in the same particular article, Wilder, we didn't hear anything from Wilder's team, but we got an offer from Wilder. Yeah, because Wilder's team work for Wilder. You know what I mean? Oh, we never got an offer. We never got a contract. Well, neither did the Wilder team. They never got a contract. So we can go down that contract road all day, but neither side has gotten a contract, last I heard. And from what I understand, it was the Matchroom Boxing team, AJ side, that made the first offer. It's just that no contract came with it. Right or wrong, you know what I mean? Now, shout out to the Boxing Voice. This is the ones that conducted the interview with Mr. Adam Smith, the head of Sky Sports. And one thing that he also did let out the bag is that it seems as if the Wilders team have some terms of their own. And some of the terms that Mr. Adam Smith said is that they want the fight in the United States, which I can totally understand that, because that's where the money is. This is where the money is going to come from, that powers that fight. The pay-per-views that will be bought in this country is what's going to power that fight. So they want it here. They want to deal with their people, their venues, their sponsors, their everything. Because trust and believe, ladies and gentlemen, wherever this fight is held, whether it's UK or US, there is a lot of side money, side deals, side dollars that can be made. That's why both sides are jockeying for position to have this fight in their own countries. But it seems as if that the Wildest team, they want the fight, according to Adam Smith, in the United States. And also, and this is a surprise, is that the Wilder team also requested no rematch. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, was rich. That was new. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I didn't know that the Wilder side did not want a rematch. That's shocking, because clearly they must think that Wilder's going to just whitewash AJ. How could you not want a rematch, you know, for what's going to be considered the biggest heavyweight fight, you know, some say history, some say in a long time. But either way, it's a humongous fight. Maybe they figure that it's one of the things that will hold up the negotiations. Because if you negotiate the terms for a current fight, they may even want certain negotiations to go down for the rematch. And certain terms will have to be set. So clearly they left the rematch portion open. Now, I know Eddie Hearn and Matchroom probably ain't going for that, because leading up for this fight, that's all we've heard about from that side is they want a rematch. They're going to put a rematch in it. Originally, Deontay Wilder asked for a rematch. I remember Tim telling Anthony Joshua, I'll take the low money if in the rematch you take the low money. You know what I mean? So it's kind of odd that Mr. Adam Smith says that the Wilder side is saying no rematches. Very, very odd. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I mean, it's good to hear that from Sky Sports. And now for anyone who's questioning the $50 million, that should be out the window now. Anyone questioning that if Wilder wants to fight, given that he's going to his team is going to the bosses, that should be out the window now. Given that, you know, Eddie Hearn never sent the contract with his offer, and all Deontay Wilder and them did was the exact same thing. You know, it shouldn't be seen as if one side is trying to make the fight more than the other. It seems as if, to me, both sides have their own egos in a way, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just being honest. Each side wants a little bit of something out of this fight that's going to require the other side to compromise. That's just the way it is. A fight of this magnitude, no matter who's A side, B side, you know, certain concessions will have to be made. This is like, if you go back to the Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight, this is how Manny Pacquiao was able to tell Floyd Mayweather that $40 million that you want to give me, Fleck, you could take it and shove it where the sun don't shine. You know what I mean? He could tell him that because, quite honestly, you know, at this level, you could be that way. And so, you know, that's just the way it works out sometimes, man. That's just the way it works out sometimes, man. So, you know, I'm just glad to see that every day we get a little bit more. It's like a drip, drip, drip. I've already stated in the past, and it's funny that Barry Hearn comes out and put this statement out, because Barry Hearn was the one who said a couple months ago, I mean, he said it plain as day, and it's still on tape, that he doesn't feel as though Anthony Joshua and Wilder should happen this year. He thinks that they should marinate some more and become a little bit more bigger. That's according to Barry Hearn. And us uploaders here on YouTube are doing just that. You know, they sitting back laughing and putting these little drip, drip, drips out here to the public, but it's us that are talking about this and constantly talking about this, debating about this, having emotional, contentious arguments about this, and we are effectively building this fight. So I definitely think it's going to happen. It's just that both sides, man, and their egos, and they got us arguing with one another, man, but, you know, each side is going to find points in their guy what they think that they did right, and points from where the other side did certain things wrong. But, you know, it is what it is. I think the $50 million is definitely real, but there is going to be some stipulations that does come with that $50 million, meaning that Team Matchroom or Team AJ will basically lose their A-side status in a way, or should I say their A-side status will get watered down, because they will get bulk of the money, but they won't get the bulk of the terms. You know what I mean? So that's just the way it goes. If we're going to give you this bread, you're going to have to give us something on the terms. This is a negotiation, people. This is a compromise, if you will. They saying they're not negotiating yet, but it almost starting to feel like they is. Truth be told, certain things are being leaked to the public. According to Eddie Hearn, he's had a positive phone call. Some new information is going to be coming out soon. So you don't know which really conversations are being had behind the scenes. All you do know is that both sides are jockeying for position. Both sides are accusing the other side of doing this and doing that. And we truly don't know, because every day new information comes out. So this is going to be the last video I make on this subject in a while. I'm going to let a little time pass and I'm going to see where we at. I do think that Anthony Joshua will go on to face Alexander Povetkin or Jarrell Big Baby Miller. And I do believe that Deontay Wilder will end up facing Dominic Breazeale. I mean, the writing is definitely on the wall. Listening to Dominic Breazeale talk, the writing is on the wall. Oh, and one more thing I want to add before I end this video is that another thing that comes out, listening to this talk of Eddie Hearn, I truly believe now also that, along with the fact that Deontay Wilder was only making $2.5 million a fight or whatever like that. But there's another reason that Eddie Hearn and Team Matchroom felt confident and comfortable with offering Team Wilder this $12.5 million flat rate. And the reason being is that Eddie Hearn has heard or recently learned that Team Wilder has been sued, or should I say countersued, and they lost that particular lawsuit. And that is the lawsuit that he had with Alexander Povetkin and his promoter. It seems as if that we all remember a little while back, Deontay Wilder ended up winning that court case against them because he was scheduled to fight Alexander Povetkin, and Alexander Povetkin popped up dirty for PEDs. So the fight got canceled, and Wilder was out of a lot of money. So he sued and he got it. But however, they countersued. You know what I mean? And turns out they end up winning a countersuit. Now, I don't believe they won everything because Wilder won like $5 million. I think the countersuit was only like for $4.5 million. But either way, that they won. And Eddie Hearn believes that since they've lost that court case, that they need the money, truth be told. So I don't know where Eddie Hearn is getting that from. They were doing just fine before the Alexander Povetkin fight. So which means they'll probably be doing just fine whether they lose this court case or not. I don't even think they probably even had the money in their hands right then. You know what I mean? When you win a court case, if someone's going to appeal it, they don't just give you the money right away. So if they never had the money in the first damn place, how the hell can they need the money? But whatever, man. Whatever, man. I'm sure they lost some money in that situation. But, come on, man. I don't think there's enough to make or break them, that they got to, whore themselves out according to how Eddie Hearn likes to talk. So it is what it is, man. It's very unfortunate that this fight is going in this order, but it was always told to us, ladies and gentlemen, that this fight was not going to happen till 2019. It's just the fact that they've put certain things in the public and got us turned up. But it was always told this. We've heard Barry Hearn say this. We've heard Eddie Hearn say this. You know what I mean? So it's, this fight was, to me, we've heard it's a stadium fight. We've heard it's an outdoor fight. We've heard it's a summertime fight. We've heard how bad that Team AJ wants to fight Tyson Fury. There's a lot of things at play here, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't believe the fight happens this year. And that's just my opinion. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man. Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. Man, y'all UK. Yeah, should I say? I'm not even gonna say UK fan. Y'all AJ Nation fans, man. Man, y'all get beside yourself sometimes, man. Y'all just refuse to listen to the facts. Y'all just refuse to listen to common sense, man. Y'all are just like tunnel vision Team AJ. Y'all like Trump supporters, man. You hear nothing, you see nothing. Only thing you down with is support for your guy. I did a video a couple weeks back criticizing Lou DiBella and the Wildest team, and y'all love me for it. But then I come back on and get my original position, and that's to be, all Team Wilder. And then y'all coming against me in droves. But bring it. Bring it, goddammit. So to the next video. Peace out.